Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club, Kildare Clubhouse. I was about to say summer camp. Nope, it's the ending of after school. That's it. We're shaping you guys and we're shipping you out. If you're not here for the summer, you won't see us until next September. We still got about another month, but I'm getting you guys ready. Let's introduce ourselves from my left to my right. You're not new to this. You don't know what to do.
My name is Carter and I'm 10.
Welcome, Carter.
My name is Justin and I'm 10.
Welcome.
My name is John and I'm 11.
Ooh, old man. Welcome, guys. I came in here. I don't know how we got into this conversation, but I know why. Because there was a little smell in here. So
Dead rats.
so we were talking. We were talking about something. So this is a conversation we've never had in the podcast. I'm excited to see what you guys think, what you know.
DEATH.
It's about preparing for death.
Cremated.
Cremation, whatever. I don't know what you guys know about this. It's never too early to talk about things. That's the way I feel. So who wants to take? You can ask me questions too, because I think I know a lot, but I really don't. But I know enough. You have it. Are you guys scared of death? Let's start there.
No.
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
watch too many movies, so you think that it's cute.
I mean, well,
I don't think it's cute.
I don't think it's cute, but it's not like really that scary either because it's like a big part of life that you have to go to.
That's true. You ever had like a pet that passed away?
Yes, many.
No.
Many?
Yes.
Oh, you're not a good pet owner. That's what that means, Carter. I'm sorry to tell you.
I don't know.
Carter says it. Carter said it. He looked at me and said, many. I was like, if one pet passed away in your life, maybe two. Carter's like, two last week. What are you talking about? How many pets you think?
So when I was probably like 8, pet fish died in like a night.
Okay.
And when I was 9 years old, I had more fish. They also died.
They die by the leaf.
And a snail that also died.
Where do you put a snail?
And at least like
How you find a snail?
At
in
least
New
like
York?
5 months ago, I had a pet rabbit that died in 2 weeks.
What do you
We had
not
to
feed that?
We had to put it in a shoebox and
bury
bury
it?
it.
Do you not feed that
Yeah, I
rabbit?
was gonna say, what's up with your who's feeding these animals, these pets of yours?
Me.
Do you actually remember to feed them? Like give a little fish food? Do you clean the tank?
I don't clean the tank.
Oh,
That's why I got algae
yeah,
cleaners.
it turns green.
I got algae cleaners.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
And then sometimes people get a fish and they don't have like the little thing to clean it and make
My
the bubbles
fish died
and all
in
that stuff.
20 something hours. Less than a
20
day.
something hours.
I mean, well,
Less
I
than
don't
a
really
day.
know because like when I was like 2 years old, I had like these 2 pet parrots but my mom had to give it away because I couldn't sleep. That's what she said. But like literally and
Yeah, because they make noise in the nighttime, but you have to cover them. Any bird that you get, you have to cover in the nighttime.
yeah, but I don't know about the other ones because most of the pets weren't really mine, but my brother's. I do have a dog right now, and I am feeding him and taking care of him, so he's fine. But I don't know about my brother's dogs because he mostly has been like giving them away. I haven't seen them. I don't know if they're dead or not. I don't know.
Damn. What about you? You had any? You say your fish died in 22 hours, so you're probably not a good. Not a good.
I don't care about fishes.
But did you have? Did you have
Why
any?
did you have a pet fish if you don't
Did you
care
have
about
any of
I
the?
was at an article.
He was at a carnival and he won the little fish that you get in the little bowl when you get the ball, and he won it.
I've never seen that before.
You never seen it? It's on all the carnivals.
Only in cartoons and
Oh,
shit.
it's in the
Because I have
carnivals.
not seen that ever in my
He
life.
didn't even get to name his fish. Like before he even named the fish
When,
was
I,
out.
Goldie the
when I
fish.
woke up,
Goldie
I
the
died. And
It was
he died.
floating?
When he
said.
I thought he was taking a nap.
Oh,
Was he gray?
That's true.
Was he gray on
He
the
was a
floor?
goldfish.
It was a goldfish.
No,
but
when he
they
died.
do turn color, but he didn't even have enough time for that. He woke
Yeah.
up, the fish was
No.
already
I would be-
floating on the
And then
top.
I just flushed him to the toilet.
Yeah, that's what
I
you
would
do
be
with
extremely
fish.
sad if my dog dies.
And also, I forgot to
And
tell
right
you
now,
something.
right.
I did have a turtle once.
Oh.
I have
But
a
then
turtle.
when I went to my grandmother's house and I came back home,
Of course.
my mother obviously killed the turtle.
Oh,
Obviously.
'Cause she
Oh,
forgot to
you calling
feed
your
it.
you calling your mom's the M word, murderer. Murder She Wrote.
Because she forgot to feed
my,
it.
my
All right,
sister does
I'm
not
gonna
take
give you.
care of
If you want, those are not even bad stories. I'm gonna give you some sob stories. All right, I used to when I was younger. I lived right on top of a pet shop. Let's start there.
Really?
Yeah, I lived right on top of a pet shop.
Alright.
So for me to get animals was like, oh here, take this upstairs, whatever. So it was kind of cool. So I had a opportunity one time where I had a rabbit. Like you had a rabbit. Who had a rabbit?
Me.
Okay, so you had a rabbit. So I had a rabbit, but I had a family member that came from Puerto Rico, and I don't know, maybe if you're Puerto Rican or maybe Dominican or Haitian.
Dominican.
Okay, well,
I'm Puerto
in those
Rican. I'm
countries,
Puerto
a
Rican.
rabbit is a delicacy. So when I went to school, I came back. My uncle killed my rabbit, skinned it.
Damn,
I'm telling you, this is crazy. And he made a stew. Like just a straight stew out of it. He did cut the little leg off and made me like a little keychain. So that yeah, because it's supposed to be
Oh,
good
like
luck.
lucky rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about
I
that.
was
Yo.
devastated. My uncle was not a good guy.
Wow.
So that's my first uncle story. My second uncle story is I had a pet again. I had a pet again. And he came back. He came from Puerto Rico. It was a pet.
course,
It was a pet turtle.
Let me guess, it
I
was
come
food?
home from school.
He killed
He
him?
made a soup, turtle soup.
Oh my
So
God.
he killed my turtle. So
Your
by
uncle-
this time, I'm a little older. I'm about 12 or something. And my mom was like, yo, Theo, I think his name was Theo Miguel. Theo Miguel's coming from Puerto Rico. I was like, no, he's not. I said, he can't be allowed in
No
the
more
house
pets for me.
because this guy is eating my pets. So that was my uncle's story.
You're-
I've never
turtle
had
right
a.
now.
And then my son when he was a little younger, when he was younger, he had his whole room was full of either fish, turtles, hamsters, and stuff like that. And
I love hamsters. I want a hamster.
and,
I want a hamster too, but my mother says they kind of look like rats.
Yeah, they do, but you could take care of them, put them in a tank. I used to like the boar. I put him in a boar, and he just rolled around the house. That was pretty cool.
If I get a
He also
hamster,
died.
my dog might.
Legs
If
up.
I get a hamster, my dog might start barking at it or something.
Yeah, it probably will.
It's gonna make a lot of noise.
You probably
Ruff,
will.
ruff.
You
I have a
can't.
turtle
You can't
right
have
now.
a cat and a hamster. It's not gonna work out.
My niece, she has 2 cats and 1 dog.
I have a cat and a dog, and they wrestle every day.
Oh,
It's like
damn.
WWE. It's so dope because the cat smacks him because she don't want to take his nails out, and then he tries to put her head in his mouth because he can open his mouth a little wider. And they just go back and forth, and they jump on each other, and it's like a nice brother sister relationship. But they get along. They don't.
Like me and my sister.
They don't
but-
fight
but
all the
instead of-
time.
Well,
like
no, when it's time to wrestle, they wrestle. They go at it, and then when the cat's tired, she jumps somewhere high, and the dog can't bother her.
I'm pretty sure my dog and my brother's dog do the same thing like that. Like I see them wrestle a lot and like bite each other playfully. Because if they were really like fighting, I would have heard like growls from my dog and my brother's dog.
Yeah, my dog growls, but he's like growling like, "Oh, come play with me, come play with me." He's not like trying to be aggressive.
I think
But
your
I've
pet
never
should be
I've
in
never
the
had a,
WWE.
but I don't think I've had a big pet died. I have fish died, like I had
I had one turtle of mine die.
I had
long-
piranhas.
How
And
long
then-
do miniature poodles
Oh,
live?
no.
How long do miniature poodles live?
I don't know. Dog breeds usually last. Most dogs about
Like 20
10
years?
About 10 years, 10
Because
to 15.
I searched up that and I saw like other poodles like 20 years. So I'm thinking, oh, my dog's gonna be alive for 20 years.
But the thing too is that once they start making breeds like miniature anything, so that's kind of like something
My
that a
dog's
person
11 years
that a
old.
person made. Like they breeded something with something else and made it
about to be
smaller.
12.
When you get to those breeding stuff like that, they usually don't last too long. 10 years might be the max.
My dog is.
But I really want.
So like bulldogs, you know how bulldogs look so good and they're cute and they look chubby and all that. Bulldogs,
I have
a bulldog can't have an actual birth because the dog's head is so big. So when you get a bulldog, you have to get it from a breeder, and they cut the dog open and they take the puppies out. It's like a C-section. So they and they only can have like maybe 3 or 4 that live. So in other litters, like in Chihuahuas, you can have 8 puppies or 6 puppies or whatever. But for those
You better
dogs
have a big house
and those
then.
French bulldogs and stuff like that, those are special
If you're
breeds.
gonna have 8 puppies, you better be having a big house, or else they're gonna go away.
Chihuahuas are aggressive.
Yeah, because they're so small, they gotta be aggressive.
My mom's friend has a dog. She literally growls and barks to everybody except them.
Aaron has a chihuahua.
Aaron has a chihuahua.
I want a guinea pig.
I mean, I got a miniature
Guinea pigs
poodle.
are the delicacies in some countries too. People eat guinea pigs.
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
I have a miniature
I think
poodle.
in Japan they eat them.
And my brother has a Jack Russell. I think.
Oh, I got
that's
a
what
Jack
it is.
Russell. Is it a girl or boy?
It's a
Yours?
girl.
Oh, we need to talk. I need
My
babies.
dog's a boy and his dog's a girl. Miniature poodle and Jack Russell.
No, but the Jack Russell's a what? A girl?
Yeah, the Jack Russell's a girl.
That's what I'm talking about.
My
Let me-
miniature poodle's a
I
boy.
want to show you a picture of my boy. My boy is he's good. So where was that? Oh, about our pets. Yo, it's crazy. So I don't know how we got from I guess we were
Death to
talking
pets.
depth to pets because that's one of the things that we could relate to because when you lose a pet is a
it's
it's a big
emotional
deal.
moment.
It's an emotional moment.
It's
you
like
know.
with family members. If you lose it, like it's still emotional.
Yeah, when you lose a family member,
Yeah,
it's different because
yeah, different.
you've built a relationship, years. Family
Like
member
more
talks.
years than you could ever do with like
Yeah,
a
but
pet.
so a dog is cute and stays by your side and stuff
Yeah,
like
a
that. But
dog
it's
is
not like
loyal.
it's not like your aunt talking to you. Like you remember your aunt talking to you, so if she passes away. It's like wow, it's a big deal. So it's a little more complicated when
I have not
family
met,
members.
I have not met any of my family members that died. I'm pretty sure like all my family members right now are still alive. So like
Well, my grandpa
I don't know
died.
how that feels.
Well, it's good. It's good when you're young because you guys have hopefully, there's no tragedies yet in your life, so you just live in life. But when you get
Living life.
when you get a little older, like me, your parents get a little older and stuff like that. So it could happen, and sometimes it happens, quickly. When people are sick and stuff like that. But nobody ever plans for it, and a lot of people don't talk about it. So
Well,
that's how our conversation started, I guess.
my grandpa died when I was young.
When you was young,
Wow.
do you remember how old you was? You met him?
Not so I actually remember him.
Oh.
Like when I was little.
We went from talking to death to talking about pets and grandpas.
Yeah, grandpas. I mean,
They have a
both.
longer experience.
I think all my grandparents have passed away. My mom's mother, my dad's mother, and my grandpa's.
I have never met my
Your
dad's,
dad's
mother.
mother is
I've
your
only met
grandmother.
my mom's mother and my mom's father. I've never met
Your dad's family.
yeah, probably because my dad's older than my mom from a little bit,
Mm.
but they got divorced though.
So
Well,
it's tough. It's tough, man.
my grandma,
I was
both
like-
of my grandmas are still alive.
I was
That's
in
beautiful.
kindergarten and first grade when they got divorced.
That's beautiful that the grandparents are still alive. Grandparents, I think, are the most important people, just because they have stories about your parents, and most of the time they have embarrassing stories about your parents.
I would love to hear
they,
that.
that's the thing is that you have to get in contact with your grandparents because they'll tell you how your dad was when he was your age, the things that he did.
They have more experience.
And they have stories from even before that. Their sisters and their brothers and stuff like that. I love grandparents'
My
stories.
grandma and grandpa's nice. I just don't understand why.
I
Why,
want
could
my
they speak
grandma
Spanish?
to tell me about my
Yeah,
mother.
Of course, every
Yeah,
grandma
my
speaks
whole-
Spanish.
my whole
I feel
family's-
like.
Well, you Spanish.
My whole family that I know about is Dominican.
Yes,
so
sir. Mm-hmm. They all
I
speak
feel like the
Spanish.
more
Santo
religious.
Domingo, make some
I feel like the
noise.
more religious, your parents are, the most strict they are, especially with my mom.
Well, it could be. I mean,
Not
Spanish households are usually pretty religious.
Yeah. My
But
mom's
back
also
to
very
grandparents, I think
Dominican, make some noise.
I lived with my grandmother, like all my life until she passed away when she was 14.
Puerto Rican people.
And
Dominican
she was
people are the best.
she knew all the stories. We used to talk about everything. She used to talk about back in the days.
Back in the
when
days,
when bread was 5 cents.
The most
I love
common
those
lines
stories
from
too.
grandparents.
5
The most common lines from grandparents back in my day.
Back in my day, but I do it
Back in my
too.
day.
I mean, we say it too. I say it too.
Back
I be like,
in
you
my
don't know when I was younger.
We'll probably be
Back in
saying
my
it to our
days, my
grandkids. We'll
TVs
probably
were-
be saying it to our grandkids. Back in my day, we had the iPhone 14 Pro Max.
Back in
Back
basically.
in my day, we didn't even have TVs.
Damn Skippy about that. Back in my day, the telephone was
We had no
wired. and
electronics.
it was in your house.
Back in my days, my grandma, your great-great-great-grandma, didn't have TVs when she was young. You have to
Back
be
in my
ready
day,
for
there was only 4 channels, and they turned off at 2:00 when that flag came on, and they started.
Back in my day,
no
we had,
more.
back in my day, we had SpongeBob season 4. Back in my day,
What's like you if you guys was to see like a rotary like a phone in the street, you don't even know what it means, right? Like it's like there's not even a lot of street phones anymore. Like,
Yeah,
one
not
of those stuff
really.
that back in my day,
I'm pretty sure
those
my
were
phone is-
important things.
I'm pretty sure my phone might be. I don't know. I don't know when my mom.
Like,
got my phone.
do you have a phone? Do you have a phone line at home?
I have my phone right here.
No, but I'm saying, do you have a phone that's like hung up in your house, like on a
No.
wall,
No,
and people
no.
call that?
I don't
My,
know.
I'm pretty sure my
That was-
no,
that was
my
it.
Well,
grandma
my
doesn't.
aunt has one.
Not even my grandma has one.
Your aunt has to be old school because
My grandfather has one though.
My aunt's
grandpa,
not that
yeah,
old.
grandpa.
Not
is-
even my grandma has
he
one.
probably has the rotary too. He put the
My
number.
grandma has that like. My grandma has that like. It's not like the rotary one, but it's like a phone like from the.
What
I don't know what it's called, but it's like like the. I don't know how to
We call them landlines,
like yeah, it's like one of those landline things.
and then it has like little numbers, and you punch them. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Grandma's old school. Yeah, back in my days, those were important
Back
things.
in my day, we had SpongeBob season
If you had
1, 2,
if you had a phone in your house, you was living it up. If you had,
Back in my day,
if you was a
we had to send
teenager,
mail.
like for me, when I was a teenager, I had my own phone line in my room. That was different.
Back in my
Because
day.
you didn't even have to wait for nobody to get off the phone. You had your own line.
Back in my day,
What?
$10 was cheap for some things.
Yeah, that's different. Now you guys have cell phones in your pockets and stuff like that. It was a little different.
You had a whole phone line.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we had to
They-
attach mail to a bird.
Back in my
Oh, you saw that
grandma's
commercial? That
day.
commercial's
Back
funny.
in my grandma's day, she was probably in World War II. I don't know.
My grandmother used to send me to the store. Right, check this out. This is a funny story. I lived on a lower part of
We're
Manhattan.
talking about grandmas now.
No, but I'm just telling you the story
Grandpas.
because like for them money, a nickel. They remember when a nickel was a big deal. Like they could get a French bread for
Oh,
a
yeah, I've
nickel.
heard about that.
Or
A
like,
French bread?
Yeah, it's like a longer Italian bread.
Italian,
so
yeah.
so
Baguette.
so to her to save a nickel was a big deal. So she used to
Take a
send me
pickle.
to the store like 6 blocks away and
Damn.
maybe 4 avenues just to get milk because it was 5 cents less than the store in the corner. So sometimes I had to go and I just did it. But other times I used to just put the nickel myself and
How
just go to the
come?
corner store.
How come back then rich people had cars and poor people had horses, but now
Oh
it's
no,
the
you
other
talking
way
about
around?
Talk about the old.
you
talking about the old
you
days.
talking about way back. I
Way
can't
back.
I can't tell. I don't have no horse stories. That I don't have. But cars were a big deal. I mean, they still are. A car is like
Did y'all have Rolls
like
Royce back then?
24K.
no.
How
But a
come
car
horses
now
aren't
is
extinct?
It's like 300,000 for depending on like if you want like a sports car or something.
No,
but,
you
but like
can
a
do it.
regular
You
car,
get a regular car.
regular car has to be like $20,000.
But I'm saying
20,
even the
like
expense
like 20K.
the expense of having a car is a big deal. Like some people can't afford it. That's an expense.
Probably because like regular cars are like 20K, but like or something.
That's a lot of bread. 20,000. You got to pay insurance. You got to park it. You got to put gas.
You get that in a school
I
year.
read in an
I have a question.
I read in an article.
Wait,
All right.
yeah, what's the question?
How we go from death
I have
to
no
pets
idea. We all
to
over the
death
place.
again to grandparents to death again to
cars.
to
To
cars.
Because I don't know. I think I'm trying to stay away from the real conversation I want to have with you guys.
Death.
And it's like, what
Death.
do you know about death? Like, what do you know? Like, all right, let's start off with the
How
easiest
are we
thing.
supposed to know about death if
Wait,
we haven't even
can I
lived their
finish what I
life
was trying
for
to say? Can I finish what I was trying to say?
15 years?
And like an article, I read that it's about electric cars. Like I read how they're better for the environment, and now the
Like
government,
Teslas?
yeah, because like you don't really do like gas and stuff, and really. My point is like I heard that in the article that the government is gonna like not allow the sale of like regular gas powered cars by like 2036.
I went
Yeah.
to a car show once.
I want
Really?
to go to a car show.
Well, yeah, they trying to ban the cars from being from fossil fuels, which is gas cars.
Yes, sir.
I see you
And a
laughing.
few years ago, it was a big deal. Everybody was like, nah. But as the cars got, the cars got nicer and faster, and Tesla made a
Because your
big deal.
Bugatti.
And Tesla made a big,
I woke
big
up
push
in
for
the
it.
Bugatti.
It was nice. I guess soon everything's gonna be electric cars. We already got electric scooters. I know that I'm gonna be rolling around one of those little electric wheelchairs on 4 wheels with my Puerto Rican flag on and busting music. You see them, and they'll be out here too.
Someone's probably gonna make an
On June
electric
6th, they'll be
wheelchair.
out here. We'll be out here. Puerto
my
Rico make
birthday
some
right
noise.
there.
June 6th is your birthday?
June 7th.
7th? All right,
day,
well,
a
around
day.
that week, we taking over. I'm letting you know. We out there.
Rico.
Don't come to
Rico.
Don't come to Spanish Harlem because we're taking over. You're gonna have a hard time. Park over
Dominicans
there.
in the house say.
No, we don't big up Dominicans here. So we're back into we're talking about cars. We're talking about death.
Let's talk about grandmas.
we
We're talking about grandmas,
grandparents.
pets.
We talking about
Your
Bugattis.
fish that died. No, you talking about a Bugatti.
But I woke up in the new Bugatti.
You ain't wake up nowhere.
popular
you
song.
You
My
woke up.
grandma likes BJ's
I woke
a
up
lot.
in my bed with
He's
my
on her,
blanket.
my grandma like
I
BJ's.
have an electric scooter.
You
I
woke up. You woke up to a dead fish. That's what you woke up to. You don't wake up to no Bugatti.
I woke up to my.
What you say? Your grandmother what?
My grandma likes BJ's.
We could go different places with that, but
My
she
grandma
don't do
likes.
Costco's.
And also,
I woke up
when
to
she
my
goes
dog
to
sleeping on the bed next to
BJ's,
me.
she used one of those like electric wheelchairs.
Yeah, she
and,
likes that. She likes scooting around.
And my
She
9-year-old.
should go to Walmart. Walmart has the one that has like the double one,
$2.99.
the double one that you can scoot and somebody can sit in the back like lounging. You ever seen that one? You never seen the one in Walmart? Walmart has the
way,
one that
Mario.
Walmart has the one that the grandma has a basket in the front.
Yeah, I've
grandma or
seen that
grandpa could
before.
be scooting, and then they have like two little baby chairs in the back. Like she could be like bam, bam. There'll be like two little chairs in the back. That one's gangster. You got to go to Walmart just for that. Tell your grandma to
Okay.
go to Walmart.
But so my 9.5-year-old aunt named Zaina.
So you have an aunt
She-
that's younger than you.
She sits with my grandma, right next to my grandma.
She wants a free ride.
And
So is there an aunt younger than
I'm
you?
gonna have to be the one pushing the shopping cart.
Oh, now.
When the battery dies, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to
I
push
have
that
an
car.
electric
Dun,
scooter.
dun,
It's
dun.
actually it's fun and dangerous to have an electric scooter because one time I fell off it. There
A
was
boy
like
died because of
there
the
wa-
electric scooter.
Bro, when I had my electric scooter, I was racing somebody and we crashed. I crashed into like the hard part of the building. There was like a scratch this big. Like
Okay, my question for you is: did you have a helmet?
no.
Yeah, you see, you guys are out
What
there.
is the helmet gonna do with your knee?
Well, let me explain something to
Knee.
you.
What about knee pad?
Let me
Knee
explain.
pads.
Well, you should have pads and all that. Stop moving around, cause don't unplug me again.
Or
Didn't unplug you.
The thing is that people, and my son was one of these people too, riding his skateboard without a helmet until the day he fell and almost cracked that little head. If you hit your head on the concrete, even going 20 miles an hour, you hit your head on
That's
that
gonna
concrete,
burn.
you could die. That's the first thing. Then you could have some stuff that you could be in a vegetable state that you don't know nothing. You still be alive,
I
but
broke
you
my
have,
arm trying
but
to
you
get on
have
my
like,
bike.
yeah, my man, I'm talking about serious stuff over here. You have no control of your body, but your body's still alive. Like you don't want to live like that. Put a helmet on, my man. Like this, and then you talk about I'm racing somebody. The reason why I tell you this is because my friend with one of those scooters, he's older than me. But he was like, yo, I got this scooter and I scoot to work every day and it saves me a lot of time. And I'm like, oh, cool, let me see it. And it's a nice scooter, pay some good money for it. Got the big wheels, suspension, lights and all that stuff. So long story short, he was riding his scooter,
Did he crash?
coming home from work and a van or somebody, a truck cut him off. I think he bounced off the sidewalk, hit his, got hurt. He's alive. He got hurt and he had to get an operation in his back. Like his back straight, they cut into his back, and he had to get an operation.
Oh, that's-
He had a helmet, a full face helmet, which is
We
like
went from talking
the
about, like, the
motorcycle
motorcycle
helmets.
all the way to-
All right, he had one of those helmets, and all his teeth are messed up.
Oh,
His teeth look like Jabba Jaws. They look like this.
We went from talking about death all the way to talking about
That's
injuries.
close to death. He
I
was in the
know.
hospital for like 3 weeks.
know.
Like pus coming out of there. Like
Does he still remember everything?
Yeah, he remembers. But I'm
remember.
saying, head trauma is something that your brain
You can
has a
forget.
little bit of liquid in between, and that's why when sometimes you get a headache, you be like, oh man, I have a headache. Imagine having that for the rest of your life.
Oh, no,
Like,
that's
this-
gonna hurt.
this-
I was feeling lightheaded yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy. Head
the day
head trauma is no joke. When you're on a bicycle, helmet. When you're on one of these,
Scooters,
and all that stuff,
yeah,
helmet.
scooters.
Because believe me,
Skateboards especially.
skateboards, same thing.
that's why I don't use
Helmet,
my skateboard.
all that stuff.
I
If
don't
not, the best thing to
Same.
do is just walk. Just walk everywhere you gotta go.
I use my bike, but I know how to actually ride it
Yo, my
without a
man,
helmet.
it doesn't matter. You should wear a helmet.
Helmet.
It's not only you. It's for everybody's protection.
I
So
don't even
so
wear a
like
helmet.
let's say this is the way I feel. When I drive, I know how to drive. But why I wear a seatbelt? I wear a seatbelt because there's people like her
Just wear a
driving in this
helmet.
world, and she's driving out there in the streets. I don't want Mia Maya crashing into me. I don't know.
Like
How, I don't know.
Mia Maya?
I don't know what school she went to. I don't know how she driving in Florida is different than driving in New York. People paying
mother
attention to
just
their
got a
phone
new car.
and all that stuff.
got a car.
It's crazy. So
My
you
mother
wear a
just got a
seatbelt
new
too.
car.
What kind of car she got?
A Bugatti.
Honda.
She had a Honda. I was gonna say Honda because I really hate Hondas.
That's what I
So
got.
I was gonna say I don't like Hondas.
What? But it's a nice color, bro.
Hondas are the most stolen car in definitely in the Bronx, definitely in Manhattan. They're probably one of the most stolen cars ever. Hondas. So tell your mom that she better have a parking spot because they will steal her mirrors, her
She does have a
her
parking spot.
they'll steal her mirrors, her rims, her emblems, the grill.
Speakers.
They'll steal the glass.
Oh, no.
Yo, one time I was dating a girl and
No,
they
word.
stole all her glass.
Oh no.
They stole the windshield, the glass on the sides, the
Oh
door.
no, they took all that glass.
They took
What's they
all
need
the
that
glass.
for?
What are they gonna do with that?
Well, I guess you resell it. But it was that we had to drive on the highway, and that wind was
Broken
That wind,
glass.
no, they took it out.
Me and my
They
class.
didn't break it. They
Even the
actually
front part?
they took it out. Yeah, that she had no windshield, no glass in the
I
back,
can't
and no windows going
I
around the
have
car.
I
something-
can't even
I
imagine
have something to
how
deal
much
crazy.
wind was in
I
your
have
face when
something
you
to
were on
Exactly.
the
deal with this
highway.
problem. I have something to do. Me and my class were talking about like inventions and stuff. My idea was like something like you know how like in like most games you can like get a car to you whenever you want.
Get
Yeah.
a car. What do you mean?
No, like you know how like if you're playing like GTA or something, you can spawn a car near you that you have.
Yeah.
that was like one of my inventions to like a button that could spawn a car near you, so like you can get
That's crazy, bro.
So like
What
you
is it gonna
can't.
come
So
out of
like you.
God?
No, but see, look,
It's gonna
it's
come
like
out of a
it
time
solved the
machine.
problem of parking and the risk of having your car stolen because whenever you're outside, you could just say,
Well, they have those cars that you could rent. So they right on the corner, and you have a credit card. You pass, you use it, you come back, you park it, and it's not yours. It's like you're renting. Like you know those scooters that people rent all
Yeah,
over the
Mama.
place.
every
And-
time
They
I go,
stealing that.
every time I go to DR, my mom rents a car. Because like
Wow.
we're not gonna be there for a while.
Yeah, you don't buy a car because you're going to DR for 2 weeks. You rent the
Damn.
car. You rent the car and then you out.
Oh, I
don't know.
think you need to rent a car.
Why? I got 2 cars. I don't
Wait,
need to rent
what?
a car.
You got 2 cars?
Two cars.
Why do you need two cars
What type
for?
of cars are
because
those?
because my wife uses one most of the time for the girls and takes them to school and stuff like that. We
I
call that
woke
one the
up in a
family
new
car.
Bugatti.
And then I have my car that you see me come to work every day.
You have a white car?
Yeah, so we have 2 cars, and that's being spoiled. Believe me, I get those bills.
I have
and,
2 cars too, so.
And no, you got 2 feet. That's what you got. 2 feet and 2 sneakers.
No, he has two
And 2
toy
eyes.
cars.
He got
And
2
it's
RC
definitely
cars.
it's definitely not a Bugatti. You probably
2 RC
you probably
cars.
riding around here. Let me see. Let me feel. I think your family has either a Toyota or a Honda. It gotta be one of the 2. You don't even know what kind of car you have.
A Honda.
Honda.
A Honda
What you
truck.
driving out here? Oh, he's Dominican. He definitely got a Honda van. He got an Odyssey or
I don't
something.
really.
I don't got a-
I don't think
I
my
got a
parents
Ford.
got a Honda.
I got a
don't think
Ford.
so.
Huh?
I
I
don't.
got a Ford.
You got a Ford?
I think my mom will have like a Ford. I don't know what she
Nah,
has.
you ask your mom. Believe
Yeah,
me. Come
I'll
back
ask
to
her.
me. It's a Honda. It's a Bronx thing, man.
What type of
Honda's
cars do you have?
I have a Volkswagen.
Bugatti.
I have a Volkswagen. That's my car, the white one
And a
that's out here.
Bugatti?
Okay.
And then, well, actually, Volkswagen does it. It is the owner of Bugatti.
Oh.
Yeah, so they have similar parts.
Oh, okay.
I
So
woke
in
up
case you
a
didn't know that.
Volkswagen.
And then my wife has she has a what is it called
Lambo.
no, she definitely don't have a Lambo. She has a minivan. She has a what is it called a Pacifica.
What is that? That's the
What
first
is
It's
time
a,
I heard of
it's a
Pacifica.
minivan.
I think I.
So, you
I
know,
think
it's like
my,
a
I think
Chrysler
my parent had a
minivan.
minivan when I was like younger. I'd love to sit in the back of it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
you got the TVs back there. Put on the headphones.
You was chilling.
Yeah.
I did not
Chill
have
like a
No,
villain.
I got games. I got Wi-Fi in there.
Oh, nah,
You can
it's
play
crazy.
games on there. You can
I
play
was like
all
2
types of
years
stuff.
old, and they
I
got
got
like a
Netflix
free-
on it.
My
like a
car
free
is
airport.
boring.
Basically, it's a you know a
I just
car
watch
to
TikTok,
travel.
go to sleep, boom.
It's
I'll
good
wake
to
up,
travel.
and
Like
I'll-
if you're gonna go from here to Florida, minivan is dope because you got everything. You got room. When the girls were young, I used to have a little bathroom in there.
What?
A little potty. Yeah, 'cause
Imagine an
sometimes you can't make a
elevator.
stop. You got a little potty.
No.
And we all over the place.
So
This
you're
I don't even know what this podcast
So you're
doesn't
trying to
include.
say? So you're trying to say you had a
Okay,
toilet in
so
your
first
car?
we were talking about
I
death.
did have a bathroom in there.
We
We're talking about death. We're talking about
pets.
cars.
We talking
we're
about toilets.
pets.
Teeth.
Talking about grandparents. We're
Grandparents.
talking about going to BJ's.
After this
Uh,
podcast, there's gonna be no more
After
ideas.
this podcast,
Go
we
to
have
Crooked
nothing else to
Teeth.
talk about.
This
My
gonna be
Well, we,
grandma
we talked
likes-
about we talked about my
My
friend crashing.
grandma likes to go to
What
the
else?
casino.
Ronaldo.
Oh, she likes to go to
the
the
GOAT.
casino. My mom like to go to the casino too.
My mom be getting $1 trillion. No,
I don't like to gamble. I think when you work hard,
And
it's
me-
kind of hard to give up that money.
And me
And
and
gambling-
my
gambling
cousins
is too
be
quick.
playing in the bedrooms in the hotel.
All right, who's touching the microphone? Somebody's gonna get kicked out.
I'm
And
not
you know
touching
who
the
it is
microphone.
because I'm looking at him.
I'm not touching the microphone.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
doing good.
he knows who it is. My man, he's been kicked out of the podcast before just for mic use. So
Mike, you
all right, I think we have
Be the
about half
goat
an
like
hour, man.
Ronaldo.
We have to end on something. So what did we learn about that?
Don't die.
It's not possible.
Okay, we learned that one. Don't
wear a
die.
helmet.
Ronaldo is the GOAT.
Wear a helmet.
Ronaldo's the GOAT.
Ronaldo, all right, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Boy said
Celtics
Messi's the
won.
GOAT.
Who else?
Celtics is-
Ronaldo.
Celtics won. LeBron is not the GOAT. There's no way.
Steph
Curry
Curry's
is
better.
not the GOAT
Stephen, yo,
either.
get outta
Let's
here.
get it out of your system.
Who's the GOAT then?
Huh?
the
Michael
GOAT?
Jordan's the only one. There's nobody even close to Michael Jordan.
Nah,
In any way.
nah.
Saquon says.
People say
Kobe
Kobe,
too.
but you know what? Kobe, like, he had the same intentions. Like he wanted to play ball, and he didn't want to be nobody's friend. I give Kobe that. He had
Wow.
that thing when he was playing against you. He was playing against you. But
Is Michael
he's
Jordan
still-
even still alive?
yeah, he's alive. But he wasn't the best either.
He has a really
So-
big career. He's a
I don't
basketball
wanna go
player.
to
He was.
China.
He was.
All
in
right, we're
basketball.
out of here. We can't talk about basketball now after talking about death.
I
Say
don't want to go
goodbyes.
to China.
I don't know.
But,
But you can say
pineapple.
goodbye. That's what you can say.
Pineapples.
Check. 1, 2,
I
1,
can't
2,
with
check,
you
check,
guys.
check, 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 check,
You wanna-
check.
now you want to talk about pineapples. We're out of here. This podcast was too long. I think we need 3 parts to this podcast. We're out of here.